Good evening, everyone. Today is 10/3/2013, about 9 o'clock at night, 9:09 to be precise. So, pretty awesome day today. Paula went in, she had to get what is it, endoscopy and something like that, where they stuck a camera down her throat and up her butt to see what was in her colon. She had some things like some calcification or something like that they saw on a CT scan. So they went in and looked at it, and everything turned out fine. So it was really really good. She was kind of bummed today because she couldn't eat for the last 24 hours, so she was really really hungry. But afterwards she came back and everything turned out good. So we were really really good news. So that was awesome to hear. And then we had pictures for Isabel's soccer team, so I went there, took pictures with all of them, and then we played a soccer game and did pretty good. Our teams we're called the Tigers. Our team's doing actually pretty awesome. It's really fun watching them just kind of run around. I played soccer with them for a little bit, so I got a little tired, but it was fun. It was really cool to actually go out and just kick the ball with the kids. So got a few comments, so I'm gonna read those. So this is from Frank. He said, "Thank you so much for your thoughts, in particular your warm, upbeat attitude. I also like your comments about watching a game and hanging out with friends. In other words, living. I need to remind myself to be doing some of that. I'm a good researcher and I'm informed on where my best chances probably lie. For now, I just want to make sure I don't go another 7 weeks without even a plan for systemic. I brought this up every single meeting. My oncologist has replied, that's for later. The last time I saw her, her response was, I have a new patient I need to see. I reviewed this situation with my primary care doctor and we have arranged for me to see a new oncologist. My first meeting is Thursday, day after tomorrow. Mainly I want an intelligent focus plan and I want it implemented. There are those who believe the body must heal some after radiation and before systemic treatments. Perhaps this is such a case, as I just finished radiation a few days ago. I'm going to have to become rude though if there are further delays. I believe radiation is handled well, although my radiologist wrote, patient does not want surgery or any invasive procedures. I said from the beginning I would do whatever was necessary, including surgery. My metastatic melanoma is in my right lung, so no known primary melanoma. Mainly I'm very afraid, feeling very alone. Your response helped me feel less alone, and I'm often out of balance emotionally, Frank. Yeah, it definitely sounds like, I mean, I'm glad you guys you're going to get a second opinion and everything like that. And that's one of the things that really bugs me with the main medical establishments. They just seem to not care, like just that passing off of like, well, I have another client, I have another thing. I mean, they run it so much like a business where it's like, well, at the end of the day, this is your life. It's probably the most important thing you have, and for your oncologist to kind of just say, well, I have another meeting and to blow off. I mean, that kind of sucks, but I like that you're definitely going forward doing your own research and everything like that. And it sounds like your primary care doctor is pretty up on the ball with you. And as you can tell, I kind of struggle at getting back to comments. So I think you wrote this on Tuesday, and now it's Thursday night. So hopefully, I hope your new oncologist went well. I mean, definitely let me know. And if you're feeling, alone or anything, I'm definitely here for you, Frank. Like, reach out anytime, man. I love to talk, and it gives me stuff to talk about on the blog. So would love to see how you're feeling and everything like that. One of the things you said, the patient does not want surgery or any invasive procedure. That's kind of random that they would write that in there. Um, and that's definitely something to talk about. And if it's in your right lung, I would imagine they should be able to go in and do surgery on it, especially if they have no primary melanoma. One question for you is, did you have melanoma on your skin, or did it just show up on in your lung or something like that? So anyway, thanks for following, Frank. Yeah, let me know. And like I said, I mean, if you ever want to chat, man, I'm always available. And then if you're out of balance, oh, last thing, if you're out of balance emotionally, and one of the things that I realized while we're kind of doing meditation and a lot of the books I've read, um, if you see those feelings that like come up, like a lot of the out of balance, I don't believe in out of balance. I believe in a thing called balancing, or I don't believe in balance. You're always going to go to the right or the left or anything like that. If you look at it as like a tightrope walker, a tightrope walker doesn't just like walk straight all the time. He leans to the right a little, he leans to the left a little, but he's always balancing, always trying to find that center. And if you feel like you're out of balance, one of the things that I say while I'm like meditating is I feel like I get trapped in emotions or something like that, where I'm sitting there thinking about it, and then all of a sudden I'm into that emotion, I'm into that feeling, I'm into that thought, whatever it is. And one thing that I've done, at least while meditating, is I'll tell myself, come back to center, relax and release. And if you're feeling that way, I know a lot of the reasons feeling gets kind of so mixed up is you hang on to it, and when you're doing that, you're feeding it your energy, so it'll just keep staying there. So one thing I've done is if I have a feeling that I don't want to be there, I'll acknowledge it. And if it's sadness, I'll say, I see you, sadness. I get that you're there. Hello, welcome to my world. Welcome in sadness, and then accept it and just say, "Oh, I'm sad right now," and then move on. And you may have to do that 3 or 4 times. So that's all those emotions need. All the, fear, doubt, all that stuff. All it needs is the acknowledgement and the acceptance. Once you can acknowledge something and accept it, then it doesn't need anything else, and then you can kind of move forward to it. And I know it sounds a lot more easy than it actually is, but just try that. Try and if you whatever you're feeling, recognize why you're feeling it, acknowledge it, accept that you're feeling it, and then just kind of move on and put on a smile and kind of just go forward, And like one of these other comments, my cousin, Leo, he said, "Ha, I told you to laugh." And laughing's great, Laugh at yourself, laugh at the world, laugh at the oncologist, laugh at the situation. I mean, like I said, it's one of those. It's it's a very unique situation you're going through. There's not a lot of people that get to experience it. So I mean, chalk it up to an experience, man. It's a great thing. I mean, it's something that not a lot of people get to do, and you can have that medal or whatever it is that no one else has, whatever rings your bell. So, hope that helps. And like I said, reach out to me anytime, man. We'd love to talk. Ricky Morales, he said, you're right. Life is amazing. I agree completely. So another comment, Leo, he's my cousin. He said, "Ha, told you to laugh. Meditating can be a great way to get a hold of your masculinity. Just depends on what you're woo-sawing about." Right now I've just kind of been woo-sawing about just nothing, kind of just trying to just calm my mind and stuff. I'm going through so I'm using this thing called HoloSync, and as I go through, it gives me deeper and deeper levels, and I've only been doing it for a week, and so I've just kind of while I'm switching into a new level, I feel a lot of like what is upheaval, I guess is a good way to say it. So all these thoughts coming through, and I'm starting to really get them calmed down and kind of under control to actually start focusing my meditation into something. So I'll definitely have to start focusing it back into masculinity and stuff. So, and then he said, "But you should try tearing out and rebuilding your basement, and then you'll get hit with a hammer." LOL. I was thinking about that after I read your comment. I actually texted one of my friends, Sean, to see if they redid their kitchen. I was like, "Did you do that by yourself or hire it out?" And he just wrote, "Hire it out." So I'm like, crap. So I may do it, but I don't know the first thing about putting up walls or anything like that. And but I love change and I love learning new things. So maybe something that I'll be doing here. We'll see how it goes. So Leo, you should come up and help me out, man. Um, Continuing on, I was wondering about the necklace you wear. What is it? What it be? So this is a mala. It's a Buddhist prayer beads, more or less. I got it for when I meditate, or anything like that. It's kind of like I used to do it where I'd go through the beads and kind of like do a mantra and stuff like that. But honestly, I've just been wearing it lately just because it's kind of like habit, and it reminds me to keep centered more than anything, and it keeps me a little bit more present. And so I don't necessarily use it for the prayer. I use it for myself, just that reminder of like when I'm going around, I'll feel it a lot, and I kind of it's just on me that it reminds me to just stay present and meditate. The practice of meditation isn't something you just do in the morning or do in the evening or do at a specific time. You do it all day long. And so for me, it's just keeping centered and everything. And so whenever I feel a move or something like that, I'll remind myself like, oh yeah, okay, let go, release, all that stuff. So um, yeah, I like it, and one of the stories of the mall is they say that it's tied together with silk, and once it's broken, it's good luck. And I was just thinking the other day, like, well, once it breaks, I don't know if I'll get a new one or anything like that, because it's the same thing. I look at like the cancer and everything like that as when it's done serving me, I'll no longer have it, and it's kind of like when I feel like when the necklace breaks, I'll be done needing it and kind of move on from there. So good little outlook. And he said, "Dude, your job looks awesome. What's the latest update on your health? Love you, man." My jaw does look awesome. I mean everything. I'm really happy with it. So it used to be like that massive goiter. Now it's just this little bump, and I mean it's still kind of there, and you can still see these ones coming down. Honestly, I feel amazing. Like, if I get really close, I'll see if you guys can see it. But you see this little red mark right here, and then I have a skin tag underneath my eye as part of the side effects of this, but it's like right there. But other than that, like my feet, they said I'm supposed to be getting a lot of like extra layers of skin and stuff like that. But I'll just use like a volcanic stone and rub them in like once a day or something like that. And it hasn't really affected me. They say your joints are supposed to hurt, and I mean the first couple of days it did, but nothing really. The tumors are still, I mean, I don't know if they're shrinking much anymore, but they're kept at bay, which is, I'm happy about, and hopefully they can keep reducing over time. I go into a doctor's appointment on the 18th, so I'll know more then. But I'm feeling amazing. I don't know. I mean, I feel I look great. I feel great. Life's good. So health-wise, I'm awesome. So other than that, I'm trying to think. The last couple days, haven't really. Trying to think. I know we did stuff, but I never planned for these videos I do, so I'm always like behind. And then like after I get done with this video, I'm like, ah, crap, I should have said that. But anyway, I hope everything's going awesome for everyone, and keep making those small steps. That's what really I've come back to a lot. It's just commitment. Commitment is amazing, and persistent is amazing. Like just those two things alone can change the world. And by you being committed and just doing the small things over and over and over again, you'll get to where you want to be. So love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace out.